Hey everybody, Dieter Kurtenbach at Oracle Arena. Warriors blow out the New York Knicks 122-95. Warriors led this one by as many as 33 points, 36 assists on the night. It looked like pretty vintage Warriors against a very, very bad New York Knicks team that was incredibly tired at the end of the game. They have been on a long road trip. Let's go over the three things for this game. Number one, Klay Thompson with the sneakiest 43 points you will ever see. Klay had a fantastic game, and we're starting to see him break out of this slump. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it. He's breaking out of the slump. This is the sixth straight game where Klay has had 2 or more three-pointers. That used to be the norm. He used to go months making 2 or more three-pointers in every game. Now he's only done it 6-7 games at a time. Last season he had 9 games where he made fewer than 2 three-pointers. I think he's getting back to that norm. Let's go over the last 5 games. He's shooting 51% from beyond the arc, 20 of 39 from 3, and 55% from the floor. He was only at 43% from the floor and 33% from beyond the arc in the prior 36 games. Regressing to the mean. That's a positive thing. Klay Thompson's numbers starting to come up. Big game for him tonight. 43 points on 7 of 16 from beyond the arc. The second thing I want to talk about in this one, not a lot of bad things you can say about the Warriors from this contest. Again, the Knicks were just god-awful, but the center rotation, this is something we've talked about a lot so far this season, but it was pretty glaring how short the Warriors are at that position. They're playing Kevon Looney, a guy that they don't really see as a center, as their starting center, and Draymond Green is playing a lot of minutes as the backup, and frankly, the only backup on this team, and that was made readily apparent. The Knicks don't do a lot of things well, but they are tall, and they can actually play center. Enes Kanter's on the bench. This is a guy who can get buckets with the best of them at the center position, and frankly, he had his way with the Warriors against Draymond Green, against Kevon Looney, who both had pretty solid games, but just we're getting too much run at that position. Could not keep up with a guy like Enes Kanter, at least on the defensive end. Kanter goes for 16 boards in 25 minutes. That just doesn't work out in the long run for the Warriors. Now, thankfully for the Warriors, Boogie Cousins is expected to come back on January 18th. That was reported just after Steve Kerr's press availability today. Kerr didn't want to lock that in. He said it could be a game before, a game after, but Boogie has apparently broken through, and they're expecting him back sometime in the next couple of days, and that changes up the entire thing. That's when the real season starts for the Warriors. Third thing, if Kevin Durant's going to go to the Knicks this summer, if he takes this team to a championship, he truly is one of the greatest players of all time. I already think he is, but he might be the greatest player of all time if he can take this Knicks team to a championship. This Knicks team is committing the mortal sin of being both bad and disinteresting. No energy, no flow. When the Warriors took their foot off the accelerator, which they did several times tonight, the game was really boring. The Knicks just didn't really do anything. I understand Kristaps Porzingis, their best player, hasn't played all year since that ACL injury. I understand that the Knicks will have a lot of salary cap space and a lot of interest from free agents and trades and all that stuff if Kevin Durant comes. But man, pretty hard sell to get Kevin Durant to leave a good thing in Golden State and go to a really bad thing in New York. Then again, we got a lot of time to figure it out. Maybe they put something together here at the end of the season. Warriors have a really easy stretch here. This is a get your groove back stretch for Golden State. Back-to-back home games, this one against the Knicks that they never really struggled in outside of a little spurt in the second quarter. And then they get the terribly depressing Chicago Bulls on Friday night. If the Warriors can't get their groove back, can't find a little verve after those 2 games, I don't think it exists. Talk to you after Friday's game.